questioning. It's a 6-minute round, and we will start with Mr. Lawrence.
Sorry, can we actually start with Mr. Weber? Good.
Absolutely. Mr. Weber?
Well, that was very kind of you, Mr. Lawrence. Thank you very much for that. And thank you, Madam Chair. I'm going to ask my first question here to our wonderful Auditor General, Karen Hogan. Karen, Ms. Hogan, in your opening statements, you talk about, how another important subject in your commentary report is the COVID-19 pandemic, which obviously affected your financial audit work, and that you had collaborated well with the federal organizations and with central agencies to better understand the challenges that they've all faced and that we've all faced. And you said that you expect that the pandemic will also significantly affect the government's 2020-2021 financial statements and your financial audits, and that you will adjust the nature, the timing, and extent of our future audit work as needed. That statement alone I find rather ambiguous. I need to get some clarity there on that. What exactly are you looking to do in this next audit? That I know we're looking forward here into the next audit, but the government has gone through a significant spending spree. Our debt has increased significantly, and is this audit going to be a 3-year audit? Do you plan on releasing progress reports during this very unusual year of the pandemic? Maybe you can just give us some more clarity on what your thoughts are for this upcoming audit on the 2021 financial statements that you indicated in your opening statements.
Thank you for the question. When we talk about nature and extent and timing, it is really the types of testing that we will do. So as you mentioned, there is an increased amount of spending. So we definitely see that being a larger bucket of money that we will have to figure out how to audit. Our financial audits are done in a very tight time frame with really close collaboration with all of the departments. And so this isn't going to make it longer. There might be needs for us to adjust timing, as we did this past year for the 2020 public accounts, in order to allow departments to finalize their books and gather the audit evidence that we need, and then in order to allow us enough time to look at that evidence. But it'll simply be adjusting to new controls, new ways of looking at evidence as we all deal with remote working and converting many controls to an automated form versus a paper form in the past. I don't expect that it will be cause any unforeseen or unexpected delays, but I think it was important to note that the pandemic continues to impact both the financial statements and our work.
So you don't see any significant delays then with this audit, with your auditors all working from home and such? It's not going to be a long drawn out audit that we perhaps would get in like 3 years kind of thing.
No, not at all. Financial statement audits are actually completed and wrapped up very quickly after year end. And as we saw in 1920, between the extra time that the departments and agencies and our audit needed, the audit was only delayed by about 5 or 6 weeks. And I don't anticipate that it would be anything bigger than that in the coming year. It does require all of us to work together for a common goal.
That's good to hear. Thanks for that. You also mentioned that this year, this audit, your financial statements audit took approximately 33,000 hours to complete, and it involved most of your financial auditors. How does that compare to previous years' audits? Was this significantly more, the 33,000 hours, or less? Or I anticipate probably was more, but maybe give us some clarity there.
So this is the largest financial audit that our office undertakes. As you can imagine, auditing the whole of government of Government of Canada is a large endeavor. In prior years, we would have seen our audit run anywhere from about 44,000 hours to a little less than 33,000. So I did see this year being a little bit more than a typical year, but less than the first few years when we had to deal with the increase in work when the Phoenix Pay system first rolled out. So this is about average, and I would expect it'll take us perhaps the same amount of time or a little bit more next year.
Great. And you indicated you issued a clean opinion this year, meaning exactly what, Ms. Hogan?
So we audit the government's financial statements and compare them to generally accepted accounting principles that are applied to the public sector. And we look to ensure that they are fairly stated and that they are free of errors that would impact a user's decision. And so a clean opinion basically means that you can rely on the information in the financial statements. It is something that very few countries can say that they've received, and so Canada and all of the departments who are in agencies and crowns who are involved in the development of these statements should be proud of that.
Excellent. Madam Chair, have I got some more time left over there?
I believe you have about 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay, well, in that 20 seconds, I'm just going to leave that 20 seconds for my colleague, Mr. Lawrence, who kindly gave me the first round. Okay, thanks, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence.